Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In my previous videos, I have already discussed about how to correctly write the IUPAC names of branched chain alkanes and unsaturated hydrocarbons. So in this video, I am going to discuss about the rules for writing the correct IUPAC nomenclature of compounds with functional groups, multiple bonds and substituents. So let's start. Let's have a look on its rules. So at first, rule 1. So in these compounds which are having functional groups and multiple bonds, the longest chain of carbon atoms containing the functional group and the maximum number of double or triple bonds are to be considered as the parent chain. Okay. For example, this one, CH, one vinyl group, CH2, CH2, CH3. So here if we start numbering from this side, because a functional group is here, so we should start from this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 carbon atoms are there, but if we want to include this multiple bond as well, so it is having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 carbon atoms. So it may or may not be the longest possible carbon chain as I have shown in this example. So the parent chain containing the functional group and the double bond of 6 carbon atoms, while the longest possible carbon chain is of 7 carbon atoms, we have to consider this one as the parent chain, but not that one which is having 7 carbon atoms, because the multiple bond is not included over there. Okay, so rule number 2. So the parent chain is to be numbered in such a way that the functional group gets the lowest locant, even if violates the lowest set of locants rule for substituents. For example, CH3, CH, CH3, CH2, CH2, CO, CH2, CH3. So let's try the numbering from both sides at first, then I will explain which one is accepted and which one is not accepted and why. Okay, so here you can see that the functional group, that means CO group, that means the functional group of this compound is getting number 3 if we start from right side, and the substituent is getting number 6 if we start from right side, but if we start from left side, then the substituent is getting lowest numbering, that means number 2, while the functional group is having number 5 carbon atoms. So we have to take this one according to the rule 2 of IUPAC nomenclature, so this one should be excluded. Okay, we have to take it even if violates the lowest set of locants rule for the substituents. We have to take the functional group only. We have to start the numbering from such a side for which the functional group is having the lowest numbering. Okay, so let's move on to rule number 3. So if the organic compound contains a terminal functional group like CHO or COOH, that means carboxylic acid group, or acid chloride group, or CONH2, or COOR, that means ester, or nitrile like CN, the numbering of the parent chain must be started from the functional group, that is, it is always given number 1 to this carbon atoms of these groups. Okay, and is usually omitted from the final name of the compound. For example, CH3, CH2, CH, CHO, CH, CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3. So as I have told you that number 1 is given to the carbon atom of this group, so this will be number 1, and of course this will be number 2. We cannot give number 3 or number 4 to this one because this one will not be the longest chain, so we have to give 3, 4, 5 and 6 numbering to this carbon atoms, and we have to consider this one as our parent chain and this methyl and ethyl as our substituent. So in 2 position we have ethyl substituent, and in 3 position we have methyl substituent. So according to the alphabetical rule, ethyl comes first, so irrespective of the number of positions. So 2 ethyl hyphen in 3 position 3 methyl hex, because 6 carbon atoms are there. So N for saturated carbon atom, hydrocarbon, and L for aldehyde. So it is starting with a vowel, so this terminal E will be omitted, and N L. So 2 ethyl 3 methyl hexanal. Okay, this one will be the proper IUPAC name for this compound. Next is rule 4. So if a compound contains 2 or more similar functional groups, it is having 2 or more than 2 OH groups, or CHO groups, then di, tri, tetra, etc. are added to indicate the numbers of the the terminal E of the primary suffix, that means an, in or ein, is retained while writing the IUPAC names. For example, CH2, here one OH is there and here one OH is there, that means 2 OH groups are there, and so 1, 2, 3 carbon atoms are there. So propane, the terminal E is retained, as I have told you, hyphen. In 1 and 3 position we have 2 OH groups, so di, all, clear. And if we have like this one, CH2 and CHO aldehyde groups. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 carbon atoms are there, so it is butane dial. Okay, now rule number 5. So if an organic compound contains more than 2 similar terminal functional groups and all of them are directly attached to the parent chain, then none of them are considered as a part of the parent chain, and special suffixes are added for that groups. For example, for carboxylic acids, we write carboxylic acid, and for CHO, for this is carboxylic acid, okay, carboxylic acid, and for this one we write carbaldehyde. And for C triple bond N, that means nitrile, we write carbonitrile. For CONH2 we write carboxamide, etc. So when more than 2 similar groups are present directly attached to the parent chain, then they are not considered as a part of the parent chain. For example, suppose CH2 CH2, CH, CHO, CH2, CHO. That means more than 2 CHO groups are there. That means 3 CHO groups are there. So we have to follow rule 5. Okay, and they are not considered as the part of the parent chain. So number of carbon atoms should be 1, 2, 3, 4 only of the parent chain, and the name will be butane. In 1, 2 and 4 position we have aldehyde group. So 1, 2, 4 tricarbaldehyde. Okay, and suppose COOH groups are there, more than 2, COOH, CH2, CH2, CH, COOH, and CH2, CH2, COOH. That means 3 carboxylic acid groups are there, so they are not considered as the part of the parent chain. So we have to start from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 carbon atoms are there in the parent chain, and we have to write the name as pentane. In 1, 3 and 5 position we have 3 carboxylic acid groups. So 1, 3, 5 tri for 3 carboxylic acid groups, and we have to write carboxylic acid. So in this way we can write correctly the IUPAC names of compounds with functional groups and multiple bonds. So in my next video I'll be talking about IUPAC nomenclature of compounds with more than one different functional groups. And if you have any confusion or any doubt regarding this topic, you can ask me in the comment section below. And if you are new to my channel, then don't forget to subscribe, and of course hit the bell icon to get notification of my new videos on my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.